This video is going to show my first week of exercises. So starting with the inhibitory exercises, on Monday I'll perform SMR, or I'll have my client perform SMR on the hip flexors, adductor complex, biceps femoris, and the piriformis. All of them are to be held for 30 seconds and to be held on the tender area. So for the hip flexors, they'll lay on the front of their thigh. Find a tender spot and hold that for 30 seconds. Next, on the adductors, on the inside of the thigh, find a tender area and hold that for 30 seconds. Next, the biceps femoris, hamstrings, hold it on the tender area for 30 seconds. And then the last one for the Monday would be the piriformis. Hold it on the tender spot for 30 seconds. The inhibitory exercises for Wednesday would be SMR to vastus lateralis, TFL, internal and external obliques, and the lateral gastroc. So for vastus lateralis, be on the outside of your quadriceps, finding the tender spot and holding that for 30 seconds. Next is the TFL. Go up just a little higher, find the tender spot and hold that for 30 seconds. Before I do the obliques, I'll show the gastroc. On the lateral side, find a tender spot and hold that for 30 seconds. And then the obliques can either be done on the foam roller or they can be done just with your hand using 4 fingers and kind of relaxing and finding a tender spot within the musculature and holding it for 30 seconds, kind of rotating away. For Friday, the 3rd day of the first week, SMR will be performed to the pecs, latissimus dorsi, upper trap, and levator scapula. For the upper trap, all they have to do is just pull their head to the side. Oh no, wait, that's not right. Oh, I messed up. For the upper trap, all they have to do is lay on tennis ball. Find a tender area and hold it for 30 seconds. And the same for levator scapula, just inside a little bit more, kind of at the base of the neck. Find the tender spot and hold it for 30 seconds. The pecs and the lats can be done on the foam roller. For pec, be laying flat on their belly. Trying to get inside the joint, holding that for 30 seconds. And then the lats kind of similar. Coming like this, below the joint, and finding that tender spot and holding for 30 seconds. The lengthening phase for the first week. For Monday, it'll be static hip flexor stretch, static biceps femoris stretch on the right side, and a static piriformis stretch on the left side. So static hip flexor stretch look like this. Bending forwards, holding that for 30 seconds. Biceps femoris stretch. You can just be bending down to the toes, doing both sides, holding that for 30 seconds. And the piriformis stretch is crossing the leg and pulling this towards you and holding that for 30 seconds. The lengthening exercises for Wednesday would be static stretch to vastus lateralis, static stretch to the internal and external obliques, and static gastrocnemius stretch. Vastus lateralis can just be by bringing your foot to your butt and kind of internally rotating your hip, and you'll feel the stretch more on the outside. 30-second hold. The internal and the external obliques can be reaching up to your side like this and holding this for 30 seconds. And then the gastroc stretch to be like this, keeping your heel on the floor and bending forwards and holding this for 30 seconds. Lastly, Friday for the lengthening phase, static pectoral stretch, static latissimus dorsi stretch, static upper trapezius stretch, and static levator scapula stretch. For the pec stretch, you can just do a doorway stretch like this. Hold that for 30 seconds. For the lat stretch, kind of the same, using the doorway, kind of just hold on to it and pull away. You'll feel the stretch over here. Hold that for 30 seconds. The upper trap is the one I was doing earlier. Just kind of relaxing and bending your neck to the side, some lateral flexion, holding that for 30 seconds. And then levator scapula is kind of the same, but down a diagonal. And holding that for 30 seconds. Next is the activation phase. For Monday, be doing resisted knee extension, resisted knee flexion, calf raises, and glute bridges. One set with 10 reps on all of those. So resisted knee extension would be with a TheraBand and sitting on a chair. So if you had a TheraBand connected this way around the ankle, focus on pulling back, slow and controlled, and doing 10. Same thing for the resisted flexion. We have the band still attached this way, pulling our leg up, slow and controlled, 10 reps. Calf raises. Using a chair for balance, 1 or 2 fingers, coming up on our toes, and coming down, slow and controlled. And then our glute bridges. Stabilizing the core, pushing our hands against the ground, lifting up our hips, and coming back down. Repeating that 10 times. The activation exercises for Wednesday will be resisted hip adduction, adduction, double leg raises, and bicycle crunches. So the hip adduction resisted, it could be done with TheraBand again, tied this way around this ankle. Holding onto a chair with just 1 or 2 fingers for support, and pulling across. Double leg raises, not to be confused with calf raises. To strengthen the core. Up and down. Slow and controlled. And then the bicycle crunches, again for the obliques. Just like a regular crunch, except alternating knee to opposite elbow, keeping your shoulder blades off the ground. 10 each side, 1 set. And for the last day of the week, Friday, for the activation phase, we'll do resisted scapular retraction, resisted internal and external glenohumeral rotation, and chin tucks. So for the resisted scapular retraction, we have TheraBand connected this way to the wall, stand up straight, pull our shoulder blades down and in, grab both sides of the TheraBand, and pull back, keeping the shoulder blades down and in, 1 set of 10. Same thing for internal and external glenohumeral rotation. TheraBand is this way, pull the scapula down and in, keep the elbow at the side, internally rotate with resistance, externally rotate with resistance. And then chin tucks, best to do them against the wall. Just bringing your chin down and in. Activating the deep cervical flexors. And then the integrate phase. For Monday, there will be a squat to row and then a lateral 2 block. So again, if we have our TheraBand or cables over here, go down into a squat, come up and pull back into a row, making sure the scapula stay down and in, and releasing as we go down. Lateral 2 block, resistance band around our ankles, side step slow and controlled each way, not toeing out and not dragging the back foot. On Wednesday, there will be a double leg Romanian deadlift using 5-pound dumbbells and a squat to a Y using also 5-pound dumbbells. So the double leg Romanian deadlift look like this, holding 2 5-pound dumbbells and coming feet together, coming straight down and coming back up, keeping everything tight and stable. And then the squat to Y using 5-pound dumbbells again, coming into a squat, coming up to a Y, and then the integration phase for the third day of the week, Friday, will be squat to I's instead of Y's, forward monster walk and a backward monster walk. So the squat to I's with 5-pound dumbbells again. So squatting, making our I, and coming up, keeping the shoulder blades down and in. And then resistance band around the ankles, monster walk, in and out, slow and controlled, monster walk, in and out, backwards, slow and controlled.